Hello and welcome back everyone. In part 1, we discussed the themes and literary devices employed by Chinua Achebe in novel Things Fall Apart. Now, in part 2, we will explore the novel in terms of post-colonial dynamics and cultural change as well as the role of women in the novel, examining how colonial intrusion disrupts Igbo society and how women contribute and are affected by the cultural and social structures of the community. First, let's talk about post-colonial dynamics and cultural change in Chinua Achebe's novel. Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart is widely regarded as a foundational post-colonial novel because it centers African voices and perspectives at the moment when European colonialism begins to disrupt indigenous societies. Achebe reconstructs Igbo culture with nuance and depth, portraying a society governed by complex traditions, moral codes, and communal responsibilities. The novel emphasizes the tension between tradition and change, illustrating how colonial intrusion destabilizes long-standing social hierarchies. The villagers' varied reactions to the missionaries and colonial administration reflect the multifaceted nature of colonial impact. When the white men came, we were like children in their hands. This line underscores the sudden disempowerment of a previously autonomous society and signals the impending reconfiguration of social, religious, and political structures. Okonkwo, the protagonist, personifies the struggle to preserve pre-colonial authority and masculine ideals. His fear of appearing as weak, shaped by his father's failure, drives his aggressive behavior and rigid adherence to tradition. In the line, he mourned for the clan which he saw breaking up and falling apart. Okonkwo's downfall is a direct consequence of his inability to reconcile personal and societal identities in the face of colonial transformation. His actions, such as participating in the killing of his surrogate son, Ikmefina, demonstrate how internalized patriarchal and cultural norms intersect with the destabilizing effects of colonialism. The line, Okonkwo had clearly not wanted the boy to live with him. He had thought of killing him. This combination of personal tragedy and cultural upheaval exemplifies Achebe's post-colonial concern with how colonization amplifies pre-existing colonial tensions. Achebe also highlights the impact of colonialism on marginalized members of the society. Individuals who were previously disenfranchised under Igbo cultural hierarchies, such as outcasts, find new social opportunities through Christianity, revealing the uneven effects of colonial power. They found a place in the new order where their voices mattered and their labor was valued. This line is taken from the text. This demonstrates that colonialism not only disturbs indigenous structures but also creates new forms of social mobility, illustrating the complex, ambivalent nature of cultural contact. The novel's literary techniques further reinforce a post-colonial perspective. Achebe integrates proverbs, folk tales, and oral traditions into the narrative to convey the richness and intellectual depth of Igbo culture. As in the line, the proverbs are the palm oil with which words are eaten. These cultural markers assert the value of indigenous epistemologies and moral frameworks, highlighting the loss that accompanies linguistic and cultural displacement. The omniscient narrator, while providing a broad social panorama, also privileges Igbo modes of understanding, offering a counter-narrative to colonial historiography that often depicted African societies as primitive or chaotic. Moreover, Achebe's depiction of the broader societal response to colonial incursion emphasizes the fragility of cultural continuity. While some villagers cling to traditional practices, others, enticed by the missionaries, new political and religious systems, begin to adopt foreign ways, threatening the collective coherence of the community. The white man's religion had made many converts, especially among the outcasts, who were given a new sense of self-worth and status. The tension between accommodation and resistance reflects a post-colonial theme of hybridity, illustrating how colonized societies negotiate, resist, or selectively adopt aspects of colonial influences. Ashibe's novel interrogates the intersection of gender, power, and colonial impact. Okonkwo's conception of masculinity, defined by aggression and fear of weakness, clashes with both the evolving Igbo social norms and the pacifist approaches of his maternal kinsmen during his exile. He faults them for their preference of negotiation, compliance, and avoidance over anger and bloodshed. This gendered rigidity, when compounded with colonial pressures, results in personal and social tragedy, further demonstrating how the post-colonial literature examines the entanglement of indigenous social structures with external domination. So, we can say that Things Fall Apart is a post-colonial narrative that reconstructs Igbo society with fidelity while interrogating the effects of colonial intrusion on culture, identity, and power. Ashibe captures the complexities of resistance, adaptation, and cultural negotiation, showing that the process of colonization is not a simple imposition of foreign rule, but a profound transformation of social values, individual subjectivities, and collective memory. Through his portrayal of Okonkwo and the Igbo community, Ashibe provides a powerful critique of colonialism, while preserving the dignity and intellectual sophistication of the colonized. Let's talk about the other perspective of the novel, that is the role of women. In Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, the society depicted is predominantly patriarchal, privileging men while marginalizing women, reflecting the Igbo culture in the late 19th century. Patriarchy introduces into nearly every sphere of life, evident in practices such as wife beating, which Okonkwo commits even during the week of peace, when such behavior is formally prohibited. Okonkwo beat his wife, yet Ashibe simultaneously emphasizes the indispensable role of women in the agrarian economy, where the success of yam cultivation, a symbol of virility and manliness, relies heavily on women labor. As a Nigerian critic observes, whether it be farming, child nurturing, or animal taming, the role played by women is extremely vital and indispensable. Women also bear primary responsibility for child rearing and moral education, passing on social values and cultural knowledge through storytelling, thereby shaping the next generation and ensuring the continuity of the community's cultural heritage. Ashibe portrays a nuanced picture of women's significance to the characters of Ezenma and Ekwefi, who, vitally, intelligence, and courage, provide emotional and moral support to their families. The maternal principle is particularly emphasized when Ushendo advises Okonkwo during his exile that it is true that a child belongs to the father, but when a father beats his child, it seeks sympathy in its mother's hut. This line highlights the protective and central role of women in family and in society. While Okonkwo's rigid and often harsh treatment of women, including his wish that Ezenma were a boy, underscores his adherence to patriarchal norms, his bond with his daughter reveals the potential for affection, respect, and emotional reliance within these constraints. Ashibe further demonstrates women's agency in social and legal context, as in the dispute before the court, where Uzolo is punished as his wife Magwafa's family retain influence, showing that motherhood and social participation confer status and moral authority, even in a male-dominated society. Even amid marginalization, Ashibe portrays women as dynamic and multidimensional figures, capable of joy, adventure, and admiration. Ekwefi and Eznema are enthralled by the wrestling matches, illustrating their engagement with community events. Ekwefi was intensely interested in the fight. Ekwefi's decision to leave her first husband for Okonkwo, captivated by his valor, demonstrates women's capacity for personal choice within societal constraints. Azinma, in particular, serves as a source of solace and support for Okonkwo during times of adversity, exemplifying the emotional and moral strength of women in the novel. Through these depictions, Ashibe presents a society in which women, though subordinated, remain indispensable to social cohesion, cultural continuity, and familial stability, revealing the duality of patriarchy and female contribution within the Igbo society. Finally, let's move to the conclusion of the entire discussion on the novel Things Fall Apart. Things Fall Apart presents the life of the Igbo people in pre-colonial eastern Nigeria, offering a nuanced portrayal of their culture, history, and social structures. Writing from an insider's perspective, Ashibe explores both the strengths and weaknesses of Igbo society, depicting how internal divisions and social vulnerabilities made the community susceptible to external influences. The arrival of the new religion and its values intensified these divisions, disrupting traditional social cohesion and the cyclic order of life, so that chaos ensued and, as the novel's title suggests, things fall apart. Ashibe emphasizes the complexities of Igbo society through detailed depiction of justice codes, family and social rituals, marriage customs, food production, religious beliefs, and the clan system, highlighting its communal orientation in contrast to individualism of European society. The narrative also employs various forms of irony, situational, structural, dramatic, and verbal, to underscore tensions between tradition and colonial intrusion. Where the tragic figure of Okonkwo, whose flaws and rigidity ultimately lead to his death, embodies the human consequences of these societal changes. Through this realistic and culturally grounded portrayal, Ashibe both critiques colonial disruption and preserves the dignity, resilience, and complexities of indigenous African life. Thank you so much for staying engaged with me, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the novel Things Fall Apart in our discussion forum. Take care. Allah Hafiz.